The question is about the head, heart, and hands. How there can be harmony? The head, as we normally understand, is about thinking. Thinking happens in the head. Activity of head is thinking. The activity of hand means body. The activity of the body is for functioning in the world. The heart is about feeling and emotions. So the three aspects of us: head, heart, and hands. Head is for thinking, heart is about feeling and emotions, hands or body is for functioning. So what is the relationship between these three? The head can function if only body is able to function, is able to take air or digest food. The body is supporting the brain, thinking, right? But the brain becomes the master. The thinking becomes the master, head becomes the master. The body becomes the servant. The head or thinking is required for us to function normally in the world. For functioning in the world, we need thinking. Thinking is based on the past data and future prediction. Thinking is our past memory and future information. We think and try to do what is required for the present moment. That's called thinking. The body is our life. Without body, we can't live. So the body is for living. The body is always in the present moment. Thinking is always about the past and future to make a decision in the present moment. The feeling is also in the present moment. The experience of life, we feel. The feeling is experience of like, dislike, love, hate, like and dislike, raga and dvesha. That becomes love and hate at a higher level. So this is the feeling aspect. Now, the head becomes the master, which is naturally because head is required for functioning in the world. The body is required for operation in the world. Head directs the body. Body is like a vehicle. In body, all our organs of the body, heartbeat, breathing, pulsation, everything is functioning automatically, unconsciously. It doesn't require a head to function, head to make that work. The body functioning is completely automatic. It's not the mind which operates on the body. It is the prana or life force which makes the body function. Thinking is not required for body functioning. So thinking is required. Then, oh, should I take next breath or not? Okay, should heart should beat or not? The body will collapse. So the entire functioning of the body, from nervous system, brain to whole body, everything is automated. It's unconscious functioning. This unconscious function is because of prana, life force, not the mind. So the conscious decision making is not required to make the body any function of the body within the body. But body can be used for conscious functioning, which is head. The head is about logic, head is about mathematics, head is about science and technology, logic where logic is involved. Whereas heart is about love, arts, fine arts, music. Now, how is heart related to fine arts, music, and love? Okay. when we speak of an artist, right? The artist doesn't live in the head, not much of thinking. He lives in the creativity, inspiration. The head is about conscious level of functioning. The heart is about subconscious level of functioning, and the body is about unconscious level of functioning. Head is conscious functioning, the heart is subconscious functioning, and hands or the body is unconscious functioning. It's not really unconscious, body is fully conscious, but it is completely automated functioning because of prana, life force. So a person in coma, the head is not functioning, he is not able to think. The body is functioning because of prana, life force. Similarly, person in sleep, the body is functioning, head is not thinking, thinking is not going on. So thinking is not required for functioning of the body. Thinking is required for directing the body. The difference you have to understand. The functioning of the body involves heartbeat, pulse, blood pressure, operational brain, nervous system. This all is done through prana, life force. Functioning of the body, head is not required. Sorry, functions of the body. But operation of the body, using the body to do something, head is required. So that's why a person in coma can survive. Head is not, brain is not functioning, right? The heart is about the feeling, emotion. So now here, the heart, how heart is about love, how heart is about creativity. You have left brain and right brain, two parts of brain. Left brain is logical and right brain is emotional and intuitive. I have two daughters. One daughter is an artist and other daughter is an engineer. The engineer daughter more uses the left brain. The artist daughter uses the left brain, right brain. Their function is very different. Okay. The brain itself has no pain, no feeling, no emotion, nothing is there for the brain. When surgery for the brain is to be done, you can cut open the skull and do the surgery. There will be no pain will be felt by the brain. But it is the brain which knows about the pain anywhere in the body, which knows about the feeling anywhere in the body, which knows experience anywhere in the body, but brain itself does not know. For brain itself, there's no pain, there's no feeling, there's no emotion. For example, there's a pain in the leg. Some hit is happening in the leg. The leg pain is sent as a signal to the brain, or brain will say there's a pain in the leg. So it's ultimately brain has to decide where is the pain. The leg doesn't decide. So similarly, a feeling is there. The brain doesn't feel the feeling. The feeling functionality of the brain is in the right brain. The right brain controls the subconscious functioning of the body. Subconscious and unconscious functioning of the body is controlled by, subconscious function of the body. Unconscious functioning of the body is controlled by brain stem, the lower portion here, right? It's called brain stem. That's called controlling the unconscious portion. The subconscious function of the body, like memory, intuition, inspiration, are controlled by the right brain. And people of the right brain, traditionally, people are called Dildar. He is full of heart. A person full of love, he doesn't give importance to logic. So when I want to, a person who is generous, he donates the money. He doesn't think logically, right? A musician expresses his desires, expresses his music, art. He is a right brain oriented, not left brain oriented. But right brain controls all our subconscious functioning. So that's why the subconscious functioning, the people of subconscious functioning, they're called heart oriented. The heart means the functioning of the subconscious. Traditionally, the artists, musicians, the people who are creative, they are considered as people heart oriented. The engineers, lawyers, logicians are called head oriented. Okay. The right brain doesn't feel the emotion. It will assign the emotion to heart. So that's why when some sadness is there, I feel the sadness here. But sadness is felt here because brain says so. The conscious brain says, master says, is the feel emotion here. So there's three centers here. Right side, the right side is what we call as the spiritual center. The left side, the center is called emotion center. Right side, left side is physical center, the physical heart. So now the brain does not know feel pain, or the brain cannot feel anything. The brain is the knowing principle. Understand? The knowing principle is called Sakshi, or the being. So what are the four dimensions of us? The being, which is knowing, thinking, which is head, feeling, which is the heart, and doing, which is the body. Knowing part is the head, brain. So that's why this upper part of the brain, from here to here, is called, in yoga, it is called the center of the God. Brain, upper part of the brain is center for consciousness. So the question here is, the brain is an instrument of mind. How it can be Sakshi, or the knowing principle? See, anything in the world, the Sakshi appears as the mind, appears as the brain. It lays subtle, gross, and gross. So the same thing which is subtle appears as a gross. At the subtlest level, water appears as ocean, as a wave. The Sakshi, Brahman, appears as the mind, and at the gross level appears as the brain. So that way, this is clear? The subtle to gross. Are you getting what I'm saying, Gayatri? Everything in the universe, from the subtle to gross. What is subtle appears as gross. Right? So that way, the brain is the presence of Sakshi is everywhere. Brahman is everywhere. Sakshi is also present in the brain and everywhere. Sorry, within our body. So the center for God, if you have to direct one place, it is here. Okay. So the yogic terminology gives a lot of importance to the center here. That's called center of knowing principle. So it's called Kutastha Chaitanya in the yogic terminology. In Vedantic terminology, it's called Sakshi. So location of Sakshi within the body, you have to give somewhere. Within the space, Sakshi is everywhere in the body. But within the space, the Sakshi as knowing principle is more clearly available. So what are the four dimensions of us? Being, being is Sakshi, knowing, which is being knowing, which is within the brain. Then feeling is the heart, doing is in the body. So these are the four aspects of personality. Now do not start doing it separately. Don't cut into this. The Brahman appears as the individual and the world. Similarly, the Atman, which is Sakshi, appears as the mind, appears as the body, appears as head, heart, and hands. It's an organic whole. It's not separate. Separation is only for discussion purpose. Right? So the head is the center for intellect. The heart is center for emotions, emotional heart, emotional brain. And the body is the center for instinct. When I say instinct, the intelligence functioning through the body is called instinct. So these are the four dimensions. Now, are these cooperating or fighting with each other? In many people, they fight with each other. So the body is not hungry, but head will say, eat food, eat burger. The body will get destroyed. Instinct of the body, my food is sufficient. I'm not hungry. But I go and grab and eat food. The head is causing confusion to the body. Similarly, a person can have love. A feeling of love is there. A person who feels love will not care, logically he will not go, oh, I love this. But in another person, the head may dictate, you may love this, but this is where money is. So go for money. So the head can override heart and hands, body. And that's where disharmony starts coming in picture. Because head is about past and future, it's not in the present moment. Out of this, head, heart, and hands, the hands is always in the present moment. The feeling or heart is also in the present moment. And head is based on the past and future. So actually, head is more away from the reality compared to body and heart, feeling. Out of these three, head, heart, and hand, the feeling is very closer to the self, Atma. Because feeling is where I am feeling comes. I am is the sense of I am. I am the reality. The I portion for consciousness and I am membership points this center, right side, as the center for the I am feeling. So now they can be fighting with each other. Head can give wrong directions to the body, or head can give override the heart, or heart can override the head in case of artist. The creativity, please understand, the creativity comes from the heart. When I say heart, it comes from the Atma. The creative is the expression of Atma. Whereas engineering, science, and technology is the expression of the left brain, which is society. Inspiration comes from the heart. Heart means heart is very closely connected. Feeling is very closely connected to the Atma, the self. So finally, realization means head has to become silent. Neti, neti, neti. Then heart, intuition has to open up to realize the whole. So when head, heart, and hands operate together, that human being is beautiful, harmonious. How the head and heart and work together? The head directs the body to function for a karma yoga. The heart is for devotion, love, and head is for directing to dharma and moksha. So then life is beautiful. Any questions, Gayatri? Heart. The heart is called Hradayam in Sanskrit. Okay. This Hradayam is the center, is not physical organ. The center is called Hradayam. So your body is the center, first level center. In the body, physical heart is the next level center. In the physical heart, emotion is next level center. In the emotional heart, the I am is the center. In that I am, the real I, Atma, is the center. Like that, it is a pointing to the center. Hridaya means pointing to the center. Sanskrit, you are using the heart at multiple level, at the gross level, subtle level, and causal level, at the spiritual level. Depending on the context, you have to understand where you are speaking of.
Yeah.
Are we clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you stop?